Hi everyone and welcome to a new pick a card reading. This is Celeste and this reading is about how to connect with your soul or divine self, how to increase that connection right now in your life, how to better recognize that connection, and also how to align the path of your soul with your current path. And this will help us understand how to increase connection, how to increase the understanding or the awareness of this connection, and then how to apply this message and what is your first step. So in this reading, we are going to find a way to help you better connect and also get you closer to your soul, get you closer in also recognizing what is your soul path. This is a detailed reading, so please take your time with this. Re-listen as many times as you feel the need. The better you integrate the information, the easier it will be for you to use it. The clearer it is, the more useful it will be. If you are new to pick a card readings or you desire to remember how they work, then let me explain. This is an introduction, but if you desire to find out the key to clarity and how to make pick a card readings work for you, then I invite you to check out the video named The Key to Make Pick a Card Readings Work for You, link in the description box. This is a general reading with a personal touch because you get to choose between a number of piles, usually 4. I am reading for a group and for dominant energy. If you are close to the dominant frequency, then most things will resonate. If you are not, then some things will resonate. You will need to pick and choose what works for you and let all other things go. The majority of readings are timeless. This means you can find and use them at any point in your life experience. If readings are connected to a certain period of time, then that will be mentioned in the title. You can also come back to a timeless reading in a different moment of your life and choose another pile with which you resonate at that time. Do not expect this to be like a personal reading, although sometimes it may feel this way. Personal readings will help you personally, while general ones will help you generally. Try not to take things literally and to let the information sit with you for a while. The actual guidance will come from your divine self. Let the guidance arise from within. Remember that you have free will and no reading can actually bind you. If uncomfortable feelings or judgments come to the surface, or you get triggered somehow, remember that this is a general reading and I usually recommend that you let them go because they might not be about you. If they are intense and you still feel they are about you, then this is a great opportunity for you to work with them. By working with the uncomfortable issues, you grow and expand in consciousness. After you choose your pile, you can go into the description box and find the timestamps so that you can jump straight to your reading. You can choose one pile or more. Take into account that you may not find the appropriate reading for you from the first time. In this case, just try another pile. Sometimes you may not find a pile that speaks to you, and this means there may not be a message for you in that reading at that moment. Let's discuss a bit about how to get the best out of this reading. If you wish to go in depth with this topic, then you will find in the description box an entire playlist with videos about this subject, like for example, how these readings work, what's the key to clarity, how to work with them and get all of the benefits, how to choose a pile, and others. Each reading has the potential to help you, but your action will also be needed. By integrating and clearly understanding the message, you will help yourself by making the information work for you in a beneficial way. A general reading, like the collective readings and the pick a card readings, will need a different type of attention from you than a personal reading, since not all information will be for you. During the reading, my voice and my state may change often and represent the energy being exposed through the reading and not necessarily my own natural state. Sometimes my voice will express many vibrations all at once, and this may prove to be uncomfortable. Some readings may get you confused because of the liminal space I'm working from, the energy explored, and because many times the information may not be offered in a linear way. Confusion precedes clarity and also deep insight. So, if you work with the reading to get to the surface of your consciousness, the clarity and a deep insight, you will benefit from them. Some readings may trigger you or activate uncomfortable feelings and judgments. This is a general reading, so I invite you to focus only on what resonates and let everything else go. If you find that you cannot do this and the feelings are intense, then remember that this is a great opportunity for you to notice these triggers, these feelings and judgments, and work with them to understand their message. I have my own language, so even if for me the message may be clear, for you it might not be, or it may take some time. By working with the reading, you will arrange it and order it so you may clearly understand it. Clarity comes with proper integration and time. You can do this by taking notes, making a summary, taking your time, and contemplating on the visions and questions, using the exercises if there are any mentioned. Re-listening will always help you better integrate the information. When you re-listen, you will understand new things, new details, and new perspectives. Sometimes re-listening is strange. It is like you've never listened before, although you did. This happens to me too, and most of the times is very exciting. These are some ideas to get you started, but you may receive more according to what you need, so take your time with it. The clearer it is, the more useful it will be. And clarity comes with order and integration. So let's find out more about my style and how I use visions. Visions are really important to me. They guide and connect all aspects of a reading and provide direction and integration. Visions for general readings like collective or group readings and pick a cards are metaphorical and not literal. They are not meant to be analyzed or interpreted in any other way than in the context of the reading. The visions are meant to be an experience of connection to your divine self, an experience that is felt rather than thought. If you let yourself be driven by the experience, then you may receive genuine intuitive insights and memories that will be of great help to you. I have my own symbolic language that may be different from yours, so the visions speak only my own language and not any other. Because of this, I do not recommend that you start to logically analyze them or use any other symbol dictionaries to interpret them. By trying to do this, you may confuse yourself and lead yourself astray. Visions may be literal, expressing past or future events from your life, aspects of past lives, Akashic record data, but only in the personal readings, and they will arrive only if they are relevant to the reading. Some visions are a combination of memories or a mix of metaphorical and literal elements, to provide further meaning. Will I know that they are literal? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but that message is not always meant for me. Even with literal visions, I will still translate the underlying message provided by divine guidance because this will bring more meaning and understanding of the matter. Metaphorical visions are the norm because they provide deep meanings and I need to see more than it is obvious or literal. So for the people who like to analyze things, my recommendation is to let this go and enjoy the experience because it will provide far more meaning and usefulness. These visions are what my clients connect with the most and what stays with them for a long time, unfolding more and more in their mind, giving them treasures of insight and clarity. Visions also tend to help my clients remember the guidance whenever they need to. They are a key to proper integration and clarity. I usually call for visions at the start of a reading to direct the reading, but I may receive other smaller ones during the readings. I may not convey all visions that I see because it will take just too much time, but I will convey their meaning. Visions will tell me about the general or personal context of the reading if I do not ask a specific question. For general readings, it's a bit more difficult for me because I do not have a specific person to connect with, but I'm managing to find a way to do this. My style's foundation rests on clairvoyance and empathy. Visions help provide context, direction, integration of aspects, while empathy helps me connect with the energy of the person I am reading for or with a group and provides deep insight. My focus is on healing the connection between body, mind, spirit, and soul by providing deep insight into how we function as a whole being. I am also here to remind you of the power of conscious choice, action, and free will. Now let's choose your pile. In this introduction, I am going to make a quick meditation so you get into a state of relaxation and mental silence. First, take a few normal breaths, come back to yourself and center. To ease the state, I am going to quickly guide you. Relax and get comfortable. Feel your body and notice the tensions. Let go of the tensions slowly and become soft. Clear your mind and your emotional field. Ground and stabilize your field. Strengthen your auric protection and safety. Strengthen and stabilize. Strengthen and stabilize. Strengthen and stabilize. Feel safe within your field. Imagine a sphere of light, any color you desire, around your body and feel safe within. If you cannot imagine, it's okay. Just feel the contours and the energy of your body and feel connected and safe within. Let's take a few deep breaths together. 1. 2. 3. Now open yourself to receive the reading in a way that is useful for you. Ask that you get clarity and that you hear what is meant for you. So now that we are ready, let's choose your pile. And we have pile number 1 here with this beautiful yellow calcite. Then we have the pile number 2 with this amazonite. Then we have pile number 3 with this pink rhodonite. Pile number 4 with this fluorite. Pile number 5 with this shadow quartz. And the last pile, pile number 6 with the jade. After you've seen up close all of the piles, let yourself be called towards the one or the ones you find most attractive. Go with the feeling and your intuition. You may be attracted to one pile or more. You may be attracted to none. Please take into account that you may not find the right pile for you from the first time. In this case, just try again. Choose another pile. Sometimes you may find that none of the piles have messages that speak to you, and that's okay. In this case, there may not be a message for you in this reading at this time. Now take your time and choose your pile. Hi pile 1 and welcome to your reading. You've chosen this beautiful yellow calcite here. We are going to see how you can increase or improve your connection to your soul. So with this reading, we are taking a look in how to better feel or recognize or what we can do to get closer to our own soul. And firstly, I will start with giving you some confirmation signs. These confirmation signs are for the people who desire confirmation they are in the right pile. The signs help us also during the reading, so they are not there only for these people. If you don't need the signs, just go ahead. Don't really use that as a sign for you, but those ideas will help us during the reading. Then I will share with you the vision for this reading. The vision will give us the overall direction, and then we will ground all of the messages with the help of the cards. So let's go with the signs. And the first one is a feeling of needing to choose or set new priorities. And this seems to be really important, like you don't know, or you are confused about what's really important for you in your life, and you feel that a purification, a cleaning is needed. So you get to a simple place in which you can really discern which option is better for you, or what needs to stay with you and what needs to go. So this is a sign for you if you've been thinking about this situation in recent days, and also if you need to look into your priorities in the future. This may be a sign for you if you need to reconsider some things that you're doing and discern if you really need them for your future. And also this might be a sign for you if you are overwhelmed with everything that you're doing, and many of the things that you're doing do not make so much sense for you anymore. Then the second one is, I see sticky notes that are put on a wall to remember things. Again, organization, priorities. This may be a sign for you if you need to organize yourself, if you have been working on organization in the past days or weeks, if you have the need to do some organization, to put some sticky note, to write something down for you to remember, and you have been postponing that as well, thinking that maybe it's not that important. The message here for you, it is important to set up priorities and organize yourself, because it will make your life simpler. So those were the signs, and now I will share with you the main vision for this pile. Now I see someone trying to fix a delicate silk blouse. This blouse has, well, many holes, many things like stains, like things on it. And this person is turning it inside out and sewing the imperfection, the holes, trying to make it beautiful, trying to change the colors, or design something, like draw something on it, paint it, repaint it, insert, place some inserts, new things on it to make it useful again, to use it again. So this is the main energy here for you. So what I understand from this is, well, is complex. So I will start with the first perspective. The first perspective is that in the past you have been trying to make things that have happened in your life beautiful, to fix them, to sew them inside out, like so other people would not see your wounds, your mistakes, maybe your shadows. Everything is on the inside, and nothing is actually seen on the outside. And you've done a really good job to keep up the face and to make a beautiful expression for yourself. And another thing that I understand from here is that some of you may struggle with this. You may not know how to transform the wounds into something beautiful in your expression. So you're actually struggling. Some of you are just letting the holes there hang out for everyone to see, not doing anything for them, not healing, not fixing, just struggling with them, struggling to use them or to wear them. Some of you are wearing the wounds like trophies, so using them to either impress or influence your life or the life of others. And some of you have been learning how to transform the wounds into something beautiful, but still everything keeps the wounds there. Yes, there is some kind of fixing done to them, but mainly they are covered up, and you have learned how to deal with them and how to live with them, how to present them maybe in a beautiful way. But real healing has not yet taken place for many things here. For some of the things, real healing happens naturally, but for others, we need to take real action towards that. So here, I'm not saying real action taken towards real healing. Now, what I understand when I say real healing is not that when you see something and fix something up, that's not real healing, but that we're not actually like a blouse, you know? A silk blouse, when you make a hole in it, well, it stays there. You can sew it, you can make it beautiful, you can paint on it, you can do whatever you can, but the wound, the actual hole, stays there forever. You cannot undo that. The thing is, we're not like a silk blouse. We can actually heal. And that means that we can actually fix the holes in our spiritual blueprint, and we can make things beautiful by transformation, like transforming the wound into something else. So yes, you will never be the same in that part where the wound is, but transformation and real healing will get you to transform that into something new that is usable, that is new, that's part of you, and that's not actually a wound anymore. It's not a hole that has been patched up. It is something truly new that gives you power and more understanding over your own self, and also gives you more connection to your true self, to your soul. So for you, in this pile, to increase the connection with your soul, healing, real healing is needed. Now let's go to the cards and we will see how to break down this and get other type of ideas. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords for you. So we see, oh look, this is not a shirt, but it's something that is damaged, wounded in a way. Okay, and tender. So I immediately get to recognize that blouse and its woundings and the need to heal in a very tender way. So not by force, not by sitting and passively waiting, because that's not actually tenderness. Tenderness is applied, is an action that we do upon ourselves. It's like we feel water running on our skin in a really tender way, cleaning out all of the dirt and all of the things that are no longer needed for us. So this healing for you needs to be like that, like a gentle water running on your body, cleaning away the wounds, cleaning the dirt from the wounds, and then you taking action to actually heal by understanding the wounds, by understanding how those wounds were made, by looking into them, into the truth of them. And this requires a lot of courage to look inside, and also to look inside without the fear of what you might see, or with the fear, but with more courage than that actual fear. And healing needs to be done on the body and on the mind at the same time. So here for you, healing means to work on the body and on the mind, and this might mean like body work, energetical work done on your body, diet change or well-being change, style of life, and also a massage or some type of movement of your body, while working with some mental tools like meditation and inner insight exploration. And when I feel meditation here, I'm not talking about the kind of meditation where you sit and just wait and you observe your thoughts. Also, although that's really useful in other cases, for you what is useful is to use music to, for example, you can make a connection between moving your body, listening to music, and moving your body and letting go of the energy as you move your body. Now, this may be really healing for you because while you are dancing, if you are kind of doing like the dancing like a meditative expression, so you put the intention while you are dancing to let go of stagnating energy, to move stagnating energy through your body tenderly, then you are doing like a dancing meditation. So you take care of your body as well as your mind in the same time. So this type of work is what I'm seeing here for you. A combination of body and mind, healing at the same time. Again, if you are doing, for example, what I see now is dancing in the water, moving the water, like with hands and with intention, so you get to let go of the energies and tensions from your body into the water while you are just moving, dancing in the water. So that is another idea for you here. And another one is to run into the forest, but with your mind on the intention while running for the wind to take out the energies, the stagnating energies from your body and your mind. So you can better understand from all of these examples the kind of work that is suggested here for you. Because by healing your body in a tender way like this, taking care of your mind as well and not in a separate way, you get to see things from a new perspective. When we do separated work, in your case, it might not just be that effective, because if you just stay and do massage therapy, for example, you move the energy, but you don't actually release it from your mind, from your emotional field. And it still gets to be stuck in your energetical field. Then it can just return in your body or in your mind and affect you again. So this is why it's really interesting and important to do this kind of combination, tender combination between mind and body. And by the way, you need to be truthful to yourself as you do this. So all of the things that stand there anxiously in your mind to be released can be actually released, because if you try to analyze them too much, if you try to understand them, even if you cannot or you don't have the means to do that now, then you get stuck in them so hard that you don't know how to get out of them. And by the way, if you release energy that you have not yet understood, don't worry, because that thing that you have not yet understood will still be there, but it will be much cleaner, much clearer, because all of the energy that's confused around it will be cleared away. So you're not gonna lose what you need to understand by doing this process. So just calm down a little bit your mind by using your body. Use your body to help your mind, and use your mind to help your body heal. That's so beautiful. Okay, let's go and see other aspects of this. And first we have how to apply this now. So we have a card for that, then a card for your first step, and then another oracle card here. And we have the star that is reversed. Then we have the Knight of Swords. And then we have listen. So I'm getting back to the vision right now, because that tender blouse, it doesn't mean that you will need to do this transformation for everything there. Because firstly, we need to heal rapidly, like stitching the blouse. So that's not actually a mistake. Don't think that that is a mistake. That is kind of the first step to take. And then that stitching up will help you get to the transformation part, because you're no longer always sitting in those wounds. You have tried to do something for them. But if you just do the fixing and not the transformative healing, then you just cover up the things and you leave them there, and they will linger, and they will help, they will hinder your connection. They will not help. They will help you not be yourself. That's what I desire to say. They will help you get away from you, from yourself, and stop listening to your soul, because part of the voice of your soul will be, please heal this, or please heal that, please do these things that are highly uncomfortable, because the healing here will not be comfortable. And if you do not want to handle those uncomfortable things, looking into the wounding, understanding it, accepting it, loving, putting love there to heal, and transforming it in something else by getting the actual essence out of it and learn, then it all stays there. So listening here is meant for you to listen to the desire to heal properly, to the desire of your soul to push you into this. And how to handle this, how to apply this. We have the star here, and this is telling me that you need to accept suffering and the uncomfortable things, and the uncomfortable feeling, the anxiety, the fear, the things that you think you cannot handle, and the suffering, the pain, the deeply wounding that you have, that we all have. So by accepting that, and by finding faith in it, because if we do not have faith, we cannot actually heal properly, because by going into those wounds, we will need faith to guide us out, to guide us through the wounding, through the pain, to the other side. And without faith, we will just not even look there. We don't have the actual courage. It's like faith supports the courage to go and heal this properly. And the first step for you here, the Knight of Swords, is to be properly truthful to yourself, to have the desire and to do this work, to accept the suffering, to accept the fighting that you will need to do to heal, because you will need to fight some things to heal in your subconscious. Monsters, demons, all sorts of thinking, negative thinking, not in a way that negative is bad, let's just say detrimental thinking, harmful thinking, that's better. To let go of all of that, you will need to fight, you will need to take charge, you will need to say, I will go there by being brave, by letting go of my fear to control me, by letting go of the control of my fear, and by really applying, having the bravery to apply the wisdom that I am provided with, having the initiative to go forth and to learn by mistakes, to accept my mistakes, even if I have hurt myself in the past, even if I was harmful and destructive to myself. If I'm not able to see that, if I am not able to intelligently analyze and look at it with a detached mind, with a separation, with distance, with this overview, then I am not able to heal it properly. I will always run and run and run from it. So here you need to listen to this push to heal properly and to be truthful to yourself and to go inside, analyze, see things as they are in their reality, just as they are. And for this, you will need to take a step back from the pain, from yourself, and to accept the things that are there and to accept whatever has happened to you in the past and to find faith. To find faith, and you will also find faith by not reaching very high. We need to have a high ideal, but not an impossible one. If we assign ourselves a high ideal that is not attainable, that has no means to be attained, that we don't have any actual understanding about it, then we can just linger in the idea that we can never reach that, so we will not even start. We might think that yes, we will reach that, but we will be given the tools, or that someone will come and help and save us. Again, that is waiting for something to happen, and you're waiting for something that you know it's not attainable, so you actually separate yourself from the solutions and from the healing, just lingering in that state of false hope. So here you also need to let go of false hope and distraction, and to accept the pain and the uncomfortable feelings, the anxiety. And this may sound cruel for some of you. This may sound like I am actually asking you to harm yourself and to feel pain and to stay in that pain. But that's not what I am actually implying here. What I am suggesting is to do real healing with tenderness, with love, with compassion. And instead of looking inside with fear, look with compassion. Instead of running from anxiety, take compassion as your cloak, and look at anxiety and at your pain with detachment and compassion. And that's not sitting in the pain. That's not being overwhelmed by the pain. That's not reliving the pain. That is a healthy detachment, sitting in compassion to look at yourself inside with from a new stance. Because if you look inside from the idea of pain, then the pain will overwhelm you. It will somehow even obliterate your hope and your true hope and your faith, because it will be so much pain. Since you go there with the eyes of pain, you will see everything through the eyes of pain. So nothing will be different from the pain for you, because you have the eyes of pain. So while you go inside and look, firstly, change the stance, change the eyes, change the energy. Be detached, be truthful to yourself, and compassionate and tender. Now let's go and finish this with the last two cards here. And we have go with the flow, paddle on, action, movement needed. So we see that movement is needed, but the movement is to go with the flow, is that type of tender movement that I have described, where you just take action, but the action that you take is with tenderness, so that you can help yourself by applying love, compassion, and tenderness, and by teaching yourself to go forth in this type of flowing movement instead of trying to push or trying to hide or trying to cover. And now I get back to the vision with the silk blouse, because the movement here that you need to go into is that healing, the transformational healing, and go there with tenderness, and by listening to your body and your mind, and by using that connection that I've discussed in the beginning, to use the mind to heal the body, to use the body to heal the mind, to use both at the same time, and to do healing that helps both at the same time. And this movement is that the movement towards healing and deep transformation, and letting go of some of the stitches there that you've made. Because firstly, we will go and make the stitching so we can go on with our daily lives, but then we can go back on each of the stitching and go deep and heal them. And this is what you are asked by your soul to do, so you can increase and improve the connection, so you can listen to the voice of your soul better, clearer, so your direction may be clearer in the future, so you get better insight, and so your body has better health, has this state of tenderness, and you have a state of loving yourself and healing yourself. Now, this has been the reading for you, pile 1. I hope you open your heart and your mind and you receive this and you make it useful. If you would like to support my channel, then please like the video, share the video with your friends or on social media, comment and subscribe. All of this helps my channel grow. And if you would like to subscribe, don't forget to tick the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I post something new. If you would like a personal reading, you will find the link to my website in the description box. You can contact me through the contact form or through the shop directly. If you would like to support this channel in another way, you will find the donate link in the description box and other channels to connect with me. Until next time, all of my best to you, love and wisdom. Hi Pile 2s, and welcome to your reading. You've chosen this Amazonite crystal here. With this reading, we will see how to increase your connection with your soul, how to understand, how to recognize it, how to make it better. And firstly, I will start by giving some signs for those people who need extra confirmation they are in the right pile. By the way, the signs now can take part into the reading, can say something about the reading, so they can be important in the understanding of the reading. And then I will share with you the main vision for this pile that will give us a direction, a sure direction in which to go, with the understanding and grounding the messages. And the cards will help us to better understand all of the messages. Now, firstly, let's go with the signs. And what I see is the ocean and the shore. So I see nobody there, just a shore and just the ocean, and the ocean is eating from the shore. The ocean is pretty wild. The waves are really powerful. They just eat from the shore until its bones. I can see rocks until it cannot take anymore. And what this means to me is that something inside of you has been eating you up, like there is a trauma, either there is something like loss, pain that have been eating you up, like from inside. And this may be causing a lot of pain, sorrow, sadness. So if this is a sign for you, this reminds you of this pain, and that this is important for the understanding of this reading. And this pain is there for you to use as a fuel for more understanding of your soul connection. So this is why this idea, this sign came up for you. Now the second one, what I see, it's clouds in the sky. Those types of really fluffy, beautiful clouds, and that's all I see. So it's like someone is looking up, and all they can see is those fluffy, beautiful clouds and the blue sky next to them. So this tells me of a moment of serenity. This tells me of the idea of looking up, of seeing that there are beautiful moments, that there may be peace inside of you and inside other people and your community and the world, if you were able to see it. So this is a sign for you if you need more positivity in your life, if you need to look up to something that is beautiful, if you need to believe in a dream that is attainable and it's beautiful for you, if you need to remind yourself that there are beautiful things in life and that you deserve them, if you wish to go get them, of course, and if you open up to your life being serene and peaceful. Okay, so those are the signs, and now I'm gonna share with you the vision. And the vision is this. So I find myself in a room. This is like those futuristic rooms. I don't see much furniture in it. It's just like one. It's made like of one material. Everything gets out of the walls. So if there is furniture, it's embedded in the walls themselves, and it's really fresh. It's the color of aluminium, and I have a really big window, and I can see the outside, and I'm looking through this window, and what I see is a big city with a lot of buildings, trees, people moving, cars, and so on. And this city is covered in some kind of a fog because it's morning. This is the time that I'm looking out the window, and somehow this room starts to climb up and ascend and move slowly upwards, and then I can see the city in new perspectives. As I go higher, I see more of the city, and I see a lot more of what is in front of me, and it's so exciting. And I get in the sky up to a level where I am almost at the level of the highest skyscrapers that I can see. And I stay there for a while. Then I go a little bit upward, but the road, it's not a road, the path upwards has started to be unstable, and this has become lower, of course, but now I can really feel it, it's unstable. And there is a moment where I can see this room start to fall down, and it falls down really fast, and it bangs me up the walls, and I'm really confused and in pain. And then I can find myself in the middle of the height that I was. So I am no longer at the level of the highest skyscraper, I am in the middle of it. And I feel hurt, and I feel disappointed, and I am enraged and angry, and I don't understand what's happened. So this is the vision for you, and now let's go and understand the vision. Now, this is telling me about a moment, a crucial moment in your life where something has happened and your vibration and your connection with your soul have been disconnected or lowered drastically. It's like you were better before this event. You were climbing, and this tells me about your spiritual development, by the way. You were climbing and improving your perspective on the world. You were starting to integrate the world and see it in another way. You were starting to see yourself in another way and to ascend and to understand so many things. And this path has started to become wobbly at the moment, but you didn't actually saw that or perceive that until the fall. And when the fall happened, it's like, what has happened? Am I being punished? Did I do something wrong? Why? I was feeling so good with the connection with my soul, and all of a sudden I'm just so banged up, and I am in pain, and I am disappointed, and I have so much fear and so much rage and anger, and I'm even violent. I don't really understand. What did I do? And by the way, the road up was not exactly strong for you. This is why the fall happened. This is why there is so much difference. This is why you feel that you don't understand what has happened. The thing is, the path to your soul or to more connectedness in life was becoming really unstable. And when that happens, we start going backwards. But for you, probably something outside of you has happened as well, and it propelled you backwards a lot and really fast. And this has been like a hurtful and painful experience for you, and really a sudden immediately happened. And maybe you don't have so much understanding about it, and there is this confusion here. Why? What has happened? What's going on here? And I get back to the image with the ocean, because that is significant right now for me and this vision. There is still for you many things to solve. This is why you got back. Maybe you got back too low, but that's not actually your fault. You didn't actually do something bad. You just need to ground everything that you have achieved before, and you may have had a slow climb, but it was like wobbly. It was not safe and it was not secure. It didn't have a good foundation. That's the thing. You happen to see and understand how to do that climb and that ascension, but the path was not actually secure. You didn't actually build a good foundation. You built a good foundation up to a point, and then maybe all went really fast, happened fast. You didn't have time to settle in and really work on that foundation. So right now you are back at the most secure place in your foundation, where you are really stable. So you can take a look at those things that are still there to fix, that are still there to heal, and that need your attention. So I'm actually having some tears. I feel this sadness and this pain as I'm speaking about this, because there are things that you didn't look closely enough, or things that you didn't know that were there and that they were so important for you to heal before you do this ascension or climb up with your connection to your soul. Because the connection with our soul needs to be stable to work properly, and when it's not stable, we can get all sorts of things that are not actually good for us as a result. So take this idea as you getting back to the basics and you needing to solve the things that were left there, and that there is much more for you to solve that maybe you initially thought. Let's see the cards now, because the visions have been so powerful that I'm actually crying a little bit right now. But as I will see the cards, I will ground myself. Oh, when we have grounded. Yes, because this is what you need to do. So we have death here and the Fool and grounded. So we have this big transformation here that is asking you to go on a new path, to start again. It's practically asking you to start again, because there are so many things for you to heal, fix, figure out until you start your climb and your ascension again. And that means that you start to improve your connection with your soul by sitting here grounded, by being here in this place halfway, that room that I was seeing in the vision got stuck halfway, and this is how you improve the connection with your soul. Because as you go upwards, you need that connection for safety. You need that connection for you to see the world and yourself in a proper way. So this is actually divinely guided. Whatever has happened to provoke that fall has been divinely guided for you, because you needed this big transformation, because you had garbage that was still sticking out, that was still influencing you, and your path would have been an illusion. If you still continued on that path, you would have started to create an illusion, and that was really not helpful. So this was actually divinely guided to get you back to the basics, to your safe platform, to that secure foundation. And that secure foundation is the level where your connection with your soul is the strongest. So even if maybe you had the idea that the connection was stronger before, when you were higher up in your perspective and in your experience, that was not actually the case. The connection is stronger here, and this connection was actually supporting that ascension. But since that ascension has become unstable, you needed to go back to the safe and secure foundation where your connection is the strongest. So to improve your connection, you need to stay there, to accept what has happened for you, to follow the transformation, and to begin again anew with a new, totally new perspective as what is ascension, what is to improve that connection with your soul, what is happening actually for you, why. Because sometimes when we adventure out, adventuring here we have, so when we adventure out so high, we think that we have that high, of course, of the higher vibrations, but we cannot actually sustain that vibration properly. We don't know how to use it. It can actually blind us. It can make us do things that are stupid, that are not in alignment with ourselves. We can get to a great deal of arrogance, a great deal of entitlement by being there with no actual support. So this is why the fall has been necessary, so you get back to this step in which you need to transform more of the actual garbage to move forth into your new path, and to let go, and to do that by being grounded. You may think that, well, grounded also means punished, right? When we get grounded by our parents, but that's not actually a punishment. So you may actually feel this like you are being grounded by a divine parent. And that divine parent tells you, well, you need to learn how to behave properly. And that's the deal here. You need to stay there until you learn and until you let go of all of the things that you have thought about, and all of the things that you have thought about in the higher vibrations, because maybe those things, that perspective, since it was not properly supported, it was not actually connected to your truth, and that needs to change as well. Everything needs to change in your case here, and you need to start anew with your new perspective and see things like being okay with what you don't know, with being okay with perspective you don't understand, like being okay with the unknown and going forward, but not like an adventured like a rebellious child, like a brat, like going out there with no security and no caution whatsoever, but maturing, being mature enough to understand that you do need to know and mind your step, that you do need to understand how to walk and how to be and how to integrate higher energies so you can be securely expressing them instead of them being harmful to you. By the way, higher vibrations can also be harmful if we do not know how to use them. By looking at this, you can understand this by thinking about a really powerful light. That light can burn you. If you do not understand how to use it and how to properly protect as you go there, then it will burn you up. And this may be a harmful influence, a really harmful influence. You can get like drugged high all of the time, not knowing what to do, being in a blissful ignorance, as we say. So as you go up in your spiritual development, you need more grounding, you need more a wiser perspective on things. You need to use your essentials to get back to them, to get to the secure place and to the secure connection, and to slowly and cautiously go from there instead of trying to jump over or go very fast. Now let's see other aspects of this. And we have how to apply this. We have the first step. And we have another oracle card for you here. And we have the Two of Wands, the Moon, and Evolve. So evolution is not like jumping from one side to another. It's a whole process, and it needs to be properly integrated so you can actually use that evolution. And if we do not use properly our gifts and our information or vibration, then that will become harmful for ourselves and other people. And this is why I see this as a divine intervention, because it has stopped the degenerating process, so you can realize that you need some limits, that you need some proper boundaries, that you need to be grounded as you do this, instead of going so high that you don't even understand how to perceive that, how to be in that vibration, how to use that, and how to not be in your own way. So this, how to do this, how to apply this, you will need to grow in a steady way by looking forward, like this person is here, but by looking forward with a grounded stance, by accepting the evolution and the growth and integrating it with your past. So as we evolve, we have this idea that we need to look forward always, and that we need to go forward and forward without looking back. But if we do not stop and look back, or even go back a little bit, then we do not properly integrate. We will get to a place where we have no support, where we have no idea how we got there, where we do not know how to behave and how to be with ourselves in a useful way for our own self and for others. So those moments when we go back, they are in need. They are very useful for us. They're not like stagnation. Stagnation means to get stuck in something, and even if you could get out, but going back to integrate, that is wisdom. That is how you get wisdom, by the way, by going back and integrating. Going always forward is not sustainable in the long run. Really, it's not sustainable. It creates like a bad foundation. It works to destroy your foundation. Just remember this: if you go higher and higher and higher, but you don't have the means to fly at that particular height, then how are you going to support yourself? You're going to ask others to support yourself. You're going to find artificial ways to support yourself. You're going to find things to steal, things to rob, things to use in a detrimental way for you and yourself, for yourself and others. So this is why this is a divine intervention, to stop you from doing that, to stop you and to get you back to understand better, to look ahead, but to always look back and deal with the things that are there, so you can gain wisdom, so you can gain sustainability in your path, and for you to build a good foundation for your future. So this is how you move ahead and evolve. And the first step here is to deal with the path, with the dark path, to deal with your shadows, to accept the suffering, to accept the death, to accept what needs to be solved, and to accept the process that you need to go through to get there. And by accepting your own demons, working with traumas from your past, working with things you don't know, by accepting the unknown, then you can move in another way forward. Then you can grow in another way, in a way that's really sustainable. And I feel this power here, because you do not even understand how much power you will get by going back. By going back, you will start to clean up whatever garbage is there. You will start to let go of whatever is really heavy, and that creates a propulsion upward that is healthy, that is sustainable, that is easy, and that creates power. power that others will not have, that others that have fought to stay there artificially will never have, because they will always need others to support them and sustain them, and they will always need to rob others or to manipulate others or to do something that is nefarious for themselves or others so they can stay there. But you will no longer need any of that, by the way, by doing the natural and organic and sustainable way to ascend. You will support yourself there, and so you will have no need for do all of those things. And this is why, by dealing with your monsters now, they will not become irreparable, incredible forces for you to support in the future. Because if you don't deal with them now, so this is not a menace, by the way. Usually, if we don't deal with things in the proper moment, then they will grow. They will grow, and they may also subjugate us in a way to work for them instead of them becoming a suitable energy for us to use. So by working with these shadowy energy and traumas, you will evolve in a steady way by going back. And by the way, going back is going forward as well, because you go back. This is just an idea that we have, we humans, that by going back is something really bad or something, that we've done something wrong. This is why we need to go back. But sometimes we have some tools there that we need to take, that we didn't think that we will need them in the future. So we need to just go get them. And we also need to go back to learn more from our past. Our past is an incredible resource for wisdom. And if we don't use it for that, it becomes garbage. It becomes just a weight. It becomes something that drags us down and that we need to fight with. So this is why we regularly need to go back, so we can so we can build this stable foundation for us to go forward, and so that our forward movement is natural and supported, and so that we evolve in a sustainable way. Okay, let's finish this with the last cards that we have here. And we have detach from drama, look up, and beacon, shine on. So this reminds me of the clouds that I saw in one of the signs, and I also said there immediately, look up, because it was this message that you need to see this in a positive way, instead of a dramatic way, instead of being so dramatic about this ascension process, about the fall, about you being punished and grounded, about, oh my God, what's happening to me, woe me, I am so insecure and in pain, and I don't know what to do with myself, and everything is so bad and everything is so negative, and I am literally crying again, because this is part of your healing, to let go of drama, to let go of this always woe me, oh my God, what's happening to me thing. Because that me that you are asking about, that you say, oh my God, what is happening to me, that me is the pain. You're actually protecting the pain and the sorrow, and you say, oh my God, this pain is here, what I'm gonna do with it. You are treating the pain like your own child, or like something that needs to be taken care of, instead of treating the pain like an experience that needs to be experienced so you can grow. So we have here shine. So let go of this drama, we see this person here shining, but they don't see their own colors, they don't see their own power, they don't see their own light. So here, while you get this dramatic outlook on life away from you, you will start to see your own light, and you will start to remember that ascension doesn't really need to happen like you becoming higher, but that ascension is an expression and an experience of us gaining a greater perspective and of us radiating more of our soul connection into the world. And this happens on the ground, this happens in the world, this happens here. You don't have to feel that need to go higher, like I saw that room going higher. And you don't have to think that if you're back on the ground or lower, that this is a punishment, that this is something wrong, that you shouldn't be here, that you need to be somewhere else, and all of that drama again and again. So be sure to look at this ascension in a different way, to look at this ascension as an internal expression of process that is happening for you and the world as well, and not as something that needs to happen in a physical way or in a perceived way for you to feel higher. So this has been the reading for you. I hope you open your mind and your heart and receive it and make it useful for you. If you would like to support my channel, then go ahead and click the like button, click the share button as well, and the subscribe button, and comment. All of this help my channel grow and other people reach these readings and so on. And if you would like a personal reading, then go ahead and find the link in the description box to my website. You can request a reading through the contact form or directly through my shop. And if you would like to support this channel in another way, there is a link to donate in the description box, and there are other links there to connect with me as well. So until next time, where I hope I will find you again, love and wisdom. Hi Pile 3, you have chosen this rhodonite, and for you I have a message. Your thoughts and your emotions are getting in the way of a proper choice. You cannot choose the proper pile for you because of them, so take a step back, listen to a meditation. You can also listen to the guidance in the choose your pile section if that helps you, and then choose again. There is a message for you here, so there is a pile and a reading for you to hear, but you need to calm yourself first so you can properly choose your pile. Hi Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. You've chosen this fluorite crystal. In this reading, we will see what to do to improve your connection with your soul, to recognize how you can connect better, to engage more with soul expression. Firstly, I will give some signs for those people who need confirmation signs, but these things, these mini ideas will help us during the reading, so you can listen to them even if they're not for you. So let's go and listen to these signs. And what I see firstly is an angry person in a car driving towards me. They are set in their mind to just come towards me, and they will not let go. And they have so much anger, and they actually want some kind of revenge, payback, justice in their own way. They want to do something radical so they can stop something, so they can get to a conclusion. So if something inexplicable has happened to you, this is a sign for you. If something really difficult to accept, disturbing has happened to you or to a loved one, this is a sign for you. And this also tells me that the anger associated with the rage needs to be dealt with in another way than just pointing that outside of you, outside or towards other people. And this is a sign for you if someone else thinks you've done something wrong to them, that you have contributed in a harmful way to their experience, and that they are blaming you somehow for something that that has happened to them, and somewhat you were involved in a way, and they think you are holding a lot of blame and cause for their pain. Now the next sign is, I see pillows, but I see memories on the pillows. Like I see the people who dreamt on those pillows, the people who slept there, the people who played in the bed, and so on. So this reminds me of putting something to bed, of putting something to sleep, of letting go of some memories, even if they were really beautiful, even if they were about a loved one. It's like I feel maybe some of you, if this is a sign for you, you may torture yourself with old memories, with thinking that in the past things were better, that in the past some people were better towards you, that in the past, and so on. And you are bringing this into the present moment. And by the way, pillows hold memories, so make sure that you change the pillows if you feel that your sleep is disturbed by old memories. Now we are going to take a look at the main vision for this reading, because that will give us the direction that this reading is going into, and then we will ground that with the cards. So the main vision for this pile, I see a person opening doors that are on their left. So this person is right now in a house, and they are opening a door in their left, and then again a door at their left, and then again and again and again, until they get out of the house. And I see a really large field of wheat and all sorts of other crops near it, and you cannot see any other building. The sun is setting in the distance, and they are kind of in a trance somehow, like hypnotized, and they are looking again for another door and another door, but I cannot see any other doors. It's just open field. So they have this look on their face like they're hypnotized. What I understand from here is that you have tried to look inside more and more and more, and you've kind of gotten yourself lost in there and a bit obsessed with looking more and more and searching, but you're kind of searching in an aimless way. You don't actually have an aim. What exactly are you looking for? It's just that this person is obsessed with finding something, but they're not actually finding anything. But they're still like mesmerized into searching and searching, even if there are no more doors. So they have reached a place with a lot of abundance, a lot of crops, and they are not enjoying that place. They are looking for more doors, and there aren't any anyway in this place for now. So you are going down the rabbit hole and you've reached a place in which you need to explore more instead of looking for other doors. You really need to stay there. You really need to know and understand the abundance there and learn and stay there for a while instead of wandering for something else, because you've become aimless. There's nothing for you to aim. It's just, where am I going? What am I doing? I am lost and I am in this open field and it's scary, but you're not actually scared of experiencing. You're actually in this state of, oh, wow, I just need to look for more, to look for more, to look for more. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And this aimless search is actually driving you away from more connection with your soul and from recognizing what you have achieved. Okay, now let's go to the cards and we will see more about this. And we have the Four of Swords and the World. And the Oracle card is empathy. So you have reached a place inside of you and you need to connect with that place where you are right now. Instead of wandering, instead of searching more and more something else, you are in need to stay there until you realize whatever is there as an experience for you. Until you realize and experience everything that is there, the abundance there, because you've reached a place with a great deal of abundance in experience and wisdom. So there is so much for you to explore here, and for now, the search is done. It's like, it's done. There's nothing more for you to do, like searching for now. For now, the search may be needed in the future again, but for now, you need to just make peace that you've gotten to a place that you need to stay into, that you need to connect with more. This is why we have empathy here, because that place that you have reached in your spiritual development needs to be explored so much more for you to connect deeply with it in an empathic way, for you to resonate more with yourself and with your soul and recognize more from your soul expression. You need to familiarize yourself with this place that you are at right now instead of going forward. So you're actually needing to stay here and just be silenced for some time. Just be in silence, just stay there, just recognize that you've reached an end, that you need to stabilize yourself here and to also gather your thoughts, gather everything that you know about yourself and your soul connection so far, and double down on that. That means just go deep in that instead of search more. It's like, for example, if you have searched for a path until now, if you have reached a lot of ideas, paths, exercises, if you have experienced many things, right now you have like a plethora of things that you've experienced. You have information that you've gathered, and you're in a place where you need to stop. You need to stop looking for more information, for other paths. You need to gather the information that you've got and go deep into that. Revise everything, and remember that you don't have to go on and on to find more connection with yourself for a time period. You do need to get more connected with what you have right now. That is a difference. Just feel the difference there. Instead of going to search more and more and more your connection with your soul, instead of aimlessly searching, stop and just sit in the place you are now, because by connecting more to the phase, to the processes you are going through right now, you will reach for that soul connection. You will increase that soul connection. If you continue with the aimless search, you are kind of going away and distracting yourself from empathy, from connection. Empathy means connecting deeply with something, with someone, and to connect deeply you need time and space. And right now this is the direction for you. The direction is presence in the current moment, presence in the current space for you, in the current phase, and going deeply into that. So you can, like I said in one of the signs, sleep on it. Like put something to bed, like put something in order, clarify your thoughts, and get out of negative thinking, get out of that illusion thinking, because this person in the vision was like in a trance, always searching for something new, but instead they were not actually seeing what is there for them to experience, what is there for them to learn. They were running away from it. This is why you need to stop, because you have started to run away from it and you're not going full circle like we have here. The adult in you and the child in you need to come to a center, to a compromise, to a place in which they can communicate and they can empathically connect, so you can move further. And you need to make like a plan by revisiting everything from the past. You will make a plan for the future, and by clearing some things, purifying your thoughts, purifying all of those negative thinking about yourself, harmful thinking, so all of that anger, all of the things that you feel revenge about, or if someone is blaming you, accusations, all of those things need to be dealt with, and they need to end. It's like everything needs to take a pause here for a moment and end things. It's like you're not accepting something ending in your life, and this search ending as well, because the search itself gave you some kind of a direction, gave you some kind of a purpose. And I feel that if this is ending, you no longer have purpose, or you don't think you have purpose anymore. But the actual purpose is for you to connect more with who you are right now and go deeper into what you have achieved, what you've gathered so far as information, how you have perceived your processes and your healing until now. And all of those things need to come to a conclusion. You need to come to some conclusions, and those conclusions will actually help you to connect more with your soul. And this is like a mental process that you need to go through. And it is also about getting yourself out of the box, because actually that search, that aimless search, was a box, and you were kind of turning into that box. So you need to get out of that box as well and think in a different way. And for that you need to end. You need to end with the way you were thinking before. You need to end the search for a while. You need to end the way you were thinking about the search. Like the person in my vision had that smile on their face, and it was like a stupid smile. I'm sorry about that. is just the word that best describes this person's face. This was about fake illusions and fake illusions, fake hopes, illusions about where they were going, about what they wanted to do, about their purpose. And those things were keeping them trapped inside of a loop of searching and the enthusiasm of searching and finding something new. But while you find something new, always and always, you have no place for integration. So right now, you need to look more into how to integrate, into how to make a plan, into how to stabilize yourself in the position that you are, into how to connect more into the place that you are, to connect more through empathy with yourself, to have more empathy for those pains and angers, for the people that blame you, for the blaming that goes on inside yourself, for the harmful thinking, and to put that to rest. It's time to just put that to rest. And another thing that I'm getting here is that you may think that you need to fix a lot of the things, and you need to find new ways to fix them. But right now you're in a place of conclusions, so you need to end things and let them go. And sometimes we are also caught up in the idea that there's always something to fix, or that there is a need for something more so we can fix this particular thing. And that gets you trapped in a loop as well, never-ending stuff. Because somehow you're afraid, there is a fear here for endings, and there is a fear that there's nothing after that, or that what is after that is not suited. But endings also help you to connect. Oh, I see here right now. For you, endings may also mean separation, but conclusions and endings here mean liberation for your connection with your soul, and actually bring you in more alignment and in more connection with your soul that you were before. So don't be afraid to end things and get to conclusions. Conclusions are what you need to integrate things and move on. And where you are right now, don't be afraid to stop. Okay, let's see other aspects of this idea. And we have here how to apply this. We have your first step and another oracle card. And how to apply this. And we have the 9 of Swords. And then, first step, we have the Page of Swords. And then solitude. So we see that there is a need to come back to yourself, and in solitude, instead of searching outside of yourself, instead of searching inside yourself for something new all of the time, you need to just stay, pause for a second, be with yourself in solitude so you can connect more. And solitude here doesn't mean that you need to be alone, trapped in a room, but that you need to be alone with yourself, with your own thoughts, with your own emotions, and be okay with those. Be okay with being alone or being in solitude with yourself and your thoughts. Yeah, because that running away, you are also running away from sitting still and being in solitude with yourself. And that is actually what will help you connect more with yourself, and not the running away. And the approach here is to get to be more truthful with yourself, and to wake up from the harmful behaviors, from the loops, from the repetitions that you are going through, from the loops, from the repetitions, from the things that you are consciously doing without actually understanding why, but because this search is something that you are consciously doing, but it is aimless. It's like you don't have a name, and you have started to lose your aim if you had one in the beginning. For example, if you reached for, let's go and find a way to connect more with my soul, but you are now in a place where you need to pause, connect more with the place, with the phases, go more into depth in solitude. You are now in this place, but you still think you need to search, and that has become aimless because you do not realize you have found. You're in a place of finding things. This place is abundant with things for you to find and experience and for you to learn from. And while you connect to that place and this phase in your life, you also connect more with your soul. And you will do this by reaching out with curiosity, by being curious to go out of the box, like I said. And the box here is actually the labyrinth of doors that you were going through, those labyrinths of doors in the vision. Remember that the person was in a house and was always opening the doors there like they were in a labyrinth trying to find the way out. The thing is, you don't have to find a way out. You just need to reach further out of the actual action of being in a labyrinth, of being in a box, of looping, of repeating things, of searching, of aimlessly looking for whatever. And just sitting there, and the labyrinth will go away. The actual labyrinth will go away, and you will realize that you need to stay there and connect and let go of the illusions, because that search, that labyrinth, that loop is an illusion on itself, in itself. And by you sitting in solitude, by not looking to something else, to even inside of you, by just sitting there in solitude, in silence, in empathy, you will start to feel the connection increase more and more. And let's finish this reading with the last cards. And we have ending. Ending again. You are held. You are held. Emotional well-being with water. Emotional well-being and ending. So we see that there is an ending to accept here. So if something difficult has happened in your life, like I've seen in the signs in the beginning, if something has happened in a loved one's life or a friend's life, then you need to end the endless search of fixing that. And instead trying to fix that, sitting in it, being empathically connected with yourself and with that being, with that friend, if this is a friend, and really understanding that there is a need to confront this directly. And solitude means to sit there and confront the endings. You are held. This tells me that you are holding yourself back from accepting these endings. The end of the search, the end of the fixing, the end of the desire to help someone, and instead just connect empathically and through emotional well-being. Emotional well-being is very important here, and you will reach that by confronting what is bothering you, by dealing with those issues. And by dealing with those issues, it doesn't mean to just circle in them, but to just realize that it's over. You don't need to do a lot of things here, but accept that it's just over. You don't need to sit in that crisis of fixing, searching, and hoping endlessly, fake hoping. By looking at this cautiously, with curiosity but in a cautious way, with desire to look forward, above this looping, above this continuously sitting in these things, looping in them with fake hope. Instead of that, confronting them by being empathetic, by opening up to what is there in solitude, by dealing with the endings instead of holding them, instead of trying to hold them like in suspension. Instead of trying to hold them in suspension, dealing with them straightforwardly, with empathy, with openness, by not wanting to fix things, by accepting endings and conclusions. Sometimes we just don't need to do anything because there is nothing for us to do anymore. There's no searching, there's no fixing, there's just nothing to do but accept the end, the truth of it, and the need to move on, to move over that challenge, to let go of those challenging moments, to accept that life may have brought those moments into our lives for a reason, but we don't have to always find the reason immediately. We can be okay with finding the reason later, and right now just being open to finding that, to finding the meaning, to finding the connection, to finding our way in a different way. So this has been the reading for you, part 4. I hope you open your mind and your heart and you make this useful for you. If you would like to support my channel, then go ahead and click the like button, click the comments and write something. Click the share button, yes, and share this to your friends, to social media outlets, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I post something new. If you would like a personal reading, then go ahead and find in the description box the link to my website, and you can reach for a reading through the contact form or directly through the shop. And if you would like to donate to this channel, you will find the donate link in the description box and other channels to connect with me. Until next time, where I hope I will find you again. All of my best to you, love and wisdom. Hi Pile 5 and welcome. For you, I have a message instead of a reading. The message is that the moment is not the right moment for you to hear right now one of the piles and their messages. So the moment is not the right moment for you. You might need to just wait a few days, a few weeks, and get back again and choose another crystal. See if you get attracted to another crystal, and then listen to those messages. So you need to practically wait and come back another day for you to choose something else. Hello Pile 6 and welcome to your reading. You've chosen this jade crystal. Today with this reading, we are going to take a look and see how to increase, recognize, stabilize the connection with your soul, with your spirit, with your divine self. I'm going to begin by giving some signs of confirmation to those people that are still in doubt if this is their pile. The signs of confirmation are still going to help us in the reading. And then I'm going to share with you the main vision and the messages coming from the card to stabilize the whole thing. So let's go ahead and start with the signs. And the first one What I see is a person reading stories at night. I see this person at a table with their eyes into a book, and they don't have a light, a strong light in the room. It's just a little small night light. They do not want to disturb the other people in the house, and they are extremely absorbed by the story. They are tired. They do not want to go to sleep because they are hungry for adventure, hungry for experience, hungry to know something more about themselves and the world. So this is a sign for you. If you are also hungry for adventure right now, for experience, if you feel that you need a change in your life, that you need to take up something new to learn, that you need to go and increase your adventure, that you need to increase passion in your life, that something needs to change in a definitive way so you feel more at ease and also happier. So this is a sign for you if you are also absorbed by a new adventure, like a new book that you are reading, a new adventure that you are going through, or something that you are planning as an adventure in the future. The second sign, what I see is a person walking with a map. It's a big map. It's a paper map. And they are also very absorbed, looking very enthusiastic at this map. They are walking on the street, and they are not seeing everything else around them. They are just so absorbed by this map and by the possibility of reaching something new in the future, of exploration. So this is a sign for you if you desire to explore something new in your life, about yourself or in the world. If you are thinking to start something new, like for example a new job, a new passion, a new hobby, a new endeavor, a new adventure, something to explore. Also, this is about inner exploration. So if you are enthusiastic about something to explore within yourself, this is a sign for you as well. And this is a sign for you also if you plan something right now, like a vacation, if you plan to go abroad, if you want to explore the world and you desire to find out how to do that, or you are preparing to go and explore something outside of yourself. Okay. So these are the signs. Now let's see the main vision here. And I see a person in a room, and in this room what I see is a table, and on the table there are train tracks, those miniature trains with train tracks and all sorts of things. It's like a whole miniature mini city, but it's all about the trains and how they work in on those tracks. And I see this person repairing a train. The train is not on their tracks. They are trying to put this train on the right track, and they are putting all of the wagons and everything so it works perfectly. And this person is really absorbed by everything that it does, and it sees nothing else but this. There's nobody else in the room. The only thing that is lit is this table with the tracks and the trains. And I actually see only one train, and this person is fixing the train. And I see them taking their time with all of the details about this miniature train. And they are extremely devoted, passionate, and they give time and attention. They are totally absorbed, just like I saw these people in the signs earlier. So right now we have like a full picture. What I see here that you need to do in order to increase your connection with your divine self is to arrange your path. Right now you're not on the right path, like your train, like your path is not exactly going the way you actually are. And I'm getting lost here because yes, this is the feeling that I'm getting here of being lost on my path, being lost and not knowing how to go forward. And this vision is telling me that what you need to do is fix this, is fix your orientation, is fix every little detail in your life, about your life and about your path, so it is in alignment with your soul, with what you truly desire to do, with your passion and adventure. Because this person in this vision, they were truly passionate and devoted to fixing this train. So another advice that I'm seeing here is for you to enjoy the progress and the process of you getting in alignment with your true path, because the path is clear. So in the vision I see that your path is clear, that you know actually what your path is, or you can see a tiny bit of it and that's enough. So if you see the path, all you need to do is build the means to walk the path and to really choose the path. This person in the vision, they were working on this train, so they were working, devoted and very passionate to build the means for the train to walk on, to run on the train tracks. So they are truly devoted to finding the path, but not in a way that they don't know the path. They know the path, they are building the train to go on the path. So you don't have to wait for some train. You don't have to wait for some other people. Your train track is there for you, and you actually need to build the way to walk on it. And this means to build the means and the resources for you to walk on it. So if you see right now your purpose or part of your path, and maybe you feel lost, you don't know how to walk on this path, find out what you need to do, like what you need to learn, what abilities do you need, how do you need to develop them, what exactly do you need to do, who do you need to become to walk on that path. Settle all of that. You are in the process of doing all of that, and this will bring you the clarity that you need. By doing this, you will no longer feel lost. So you are invited to start this process. And now we are going to finally look at the cards, and we have the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles and playful. Yes, because this person in the vision, they were so devoted, so passionate, so enthusiastic with this train. They were playing with it. This was not like a duty, this was not like an obligation, although they felt pushed and obliged to do that. But this was so exciting and so playful. And you are invited to put more playfulness into your path and into this process, because it doesn't have to be like a chore, like a duty, like something that is so difficult to do. And what I see here from the cards is that you need to take that decision to choose your path, to see that the path is there in front of you, and to say, you know what, I am going to be courageous and I'm going to choose this path. This is my path, and I don't really have to justify this to other people around me. I don't have to beat myself up because I'm not walking on a path that is known to other people, that is well walked upon, that is run by many, and many trains are going and passing on that track. I have to build my train, and I don't really have to show anyone what I'm doing right now, and I don't need to justify myself to other people because I need to do this, and I don't have to choose the easy way out, because I feel that for some of you there is this idea of, well, do I choose the easy way out or the harder path? The harder path seems to be more enticing, seems to be more appropriate for my soul inside of me, seems to be more adventurous, seems to be what I desire truly. But the easy path, it's so easy, it's fun. There are so many people on that path. I don't have to build my train. I just have to find one and hop within it. I don't have to build any trains there. It's just so easy. So why not just choose the easy way out here? And this is the idea that actually, even if you feel that the easy way, the easy path is fun because there are so many people there and you can have parties and you can share, you will feel that it's more fun and more playful to build your own train and to choose your own path. And that is how you're gonna get closer, by accepting your differences, by accepting that you're different, that you have this new path that is yours, that maybe you will find some people there, but maybe you won't have a train, so you need to build one, and to accept the difficulties that are there on that path and to engage fully with your resources to find out how to build the path. What do you really need? How much time? What kind of science do you need? What kind of resources do you need? What kind of knowledge? What kind of people do you need? Everything. What's happening there for you is this choice. There is a big choice ahead of you. If you wish to walk the beaten path or walk a path that's not as beaten, that holds much more challenges for you, that holds a lot more problems for you to solve, that's more difficult, or to choose like the easy way out and to let go of all of this and let yourself be carried away by trains made by other people or for other people. But what I feel here is that you will find more playfulness in building your own train, in building your own resources, in finding out what resources do you have and how to engage them, how to involve them to make this happen, then following the easy way out. So by you taking this responsibility, because this is a responsibility to actually choose the path of your soul, you are coming closer and closer to your soul and your divine self, and this means that you will start to be more and more guided by your divine self. You're not going to feel that alone in spirit, in soul, because you will be there guided by your soul, by your spirit guides, but you may feel lonely in the physical realm. So there are some ups and downs, some advantages here, and also some things that are not beneficial in times that are so hard that may be difficult to accept and to carry. And this is why you're so much dwindling here. Where do I put my money? Where do I put my future into? Where do I find my path and my way? How do I do this? Do I stay here and take the trodden path, or do I actually build my own? And building your own means that you will take responsibility for your own mistakes on that path, and that you will also assume that you will go wrong many times before you go right, that you will not just immediately start to see improvements, that you may have to deal with a lot of things there, a lot of things that do not work at first and that may be painful. So there is this big choice here, and for you to be guided by your soul, and this means a type of surrendering to the process and taking this process as a child with being playful, by being playful and playing with whatever you have at your disposal to support this path. And I feel that this is not a new path for you, that you already know the path. You may have, some of you at least, tried to walk on that path maybe several times, but maybe it didn't work. It didn't work in terms of your expectations. For some of you, this has been truly difficult, and you may have given up at one point. But here what I see is that you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. You don't have to jump all in immediately, but build on that engagement, build on that passion, build on this resource for you to change, for you to move, or for you to rearrange your path in a way that's in more alignment. And this means your job, your primary relationship, your resources like money, like financial strength, like security, your home, your house, your children if you have any. So all of these need to be put in order. And in order, what I mean by that is in alignment with your soul and spirit, so you may feel okay in that. So you may feel that you are welcome in your own life. So you may not feel like a stranger there, like someone who is watching a movie or someone who is starring a movie, like an actor. But you will feel like someone who is building that movie or that story bit by bit, each brick at a time, each step at a time. So take your time with this. You also need to involve some time and some energy in this. But firstly, what you need to do is take that big decision and that big choice for you to embrace your uniqueness, to embrace what's different about you, to embrace what makes you what takes you apart from other people, instead of seeing that as separation. Many of us will see that that uniqueness like a separation, like something that's separating me from the other people. I'm not like the other people. I am different, and I know that I am different, and I am seen as different, but I'm not embracing that because I am judging this as a separation. And this is not a separation. Your uniqueness is part of the whole. You're a perfect piece of the whole. You don't have to see your differences, your uniqueness as a separation, as a total separation. That is in fact an illusion. Your differences make you beautiful, make you useful. Your differences are part of your purpose and are part of your experience in this lifetime. Your differences are those things that your soul needs to explore to grow. So if you see your differences as something that is separating you, then no, that's just an illusion. It's not a separating wall. Those differences are part of your soul experiences, and that is what your soul desires to go through, to grow, to evolve, to experience. And by you being playful about this, you are connecting more and more with your soul and choosing the path that is shown there by your soul. Let's go further and see how to apply this. And we have this card here and your first step, and we have this card and another oracle card, and we have the Two of Wands and the Devil. And here we have manifest. So yes, you need to manifest to build your life from something that you already have, because that person in my vision already had the train, already had the pieces. So you actually have everything that you need to build and manifest the life that you want. But all of those pieces need to be put in order so they make sense to you, so they have a direction, so they can work and build and manifest something that's usable and that you can experience. Right now they're just scattered, all of those pieces in your life. So again, you have all of the pieces that you need here to realign your path. So you don't have to look for any longer outside of you or outside of your life. You already know, but I see that you're not aware of them. So the first step that I see here for you is to become aware of all of the pieces in your life that are actually in alignment with the path of your soul. And to start, for example, writing those pieces in your journal, in a notebook or something. For example, what do you feel that resonates with the path of your soul? And for example, I see now a closet with clothes. So this is actually an interesting exercise that you can do. Go to your closet and look at the clothes that you have now, and imagine who you desire to be, like who you want to be in this life. What represents you the most in that closet? Which of the clothes that you have there actually represent you? And choose those. Write that in your notebook and do that with all of the other things that you have in your house. How about your furniture? How about your makeup? How many of those things represent you? Or how many of those things represent like your persona, the fake persona that you have learned to be, but that you're no longer in accord with right now? So go ahead and do this exercise. It will help you realize how much of what's around you in your home, in your house, resonate with you and your soul path, and how much it doesn't. And you may be scared and really terrified in a way when some of you will find out that many of the things that you own or that you have don't actually represent you, but mostly what you want to accept, what other people want to accept from who you are or who you show to be. So as a first step here for you, you need more awareness of what attachments do you have that you feel that are already a habit. What do you choose now in your life, like your clothes, like the things that you hold in your house, furniture, cosmetics, cars maybe, all of these things which are just chosen as an attachment to society or to your friends or to an appearance, your appearance. So what you're trying to uphold there, is it something that you truly can back, that you truly can support, or is it just a fake persona? So how much of that is true? So the first step here is awareness of how much of what you have right now is about you and is in alignment. And this is how you start to bring order into your home and your space. And then you may go on with doing the same in your workplace, and then think about it in another way. This is actually telling me about how to apply this, so I'm speaking about how to apply this. Try to see it in another way, like from above, and to see things in general, who you are, in general, what are you doing, in general, who do you present yourself to be, in general, who do you think yourself to be. And again, in general, what do you think you need to do to get into alignment? And so on and so forth. Try to see this in a big way, like you don't have to go into details at first. Primarily, just try to do this like looking from above, and to put passion in it and enthusiasm and prepare. You don't have to take action immediately, but prepare to take action and see your direction. Arrange your house, your home, and also stabilize your direction. Like, where do you want to go next? Where is your life going? What do you want to manifest? Just set your aim, set your sight on something, set your aim, and this will help you also arrange that train on the train tracks, and also arrange all of the pieces into a big picture of what you desire to manifest. You see here we have nothing, it's empty. It's for you to feel, and we have all of the pieces just scattered around. Is for you to take the pieces and put them together into a meaningful story, and to set your aim for the future. Okay, now let's finish this with the last two cards. And we have joy and happiness, and go with the flow, paddle on. So we see this desire to bring more joy and more passion, and to be playful, so you can manifest all sorts of things, and so you can manifest your true desires and your dreams. But firstly, you need to accept also and assume the responsibility of bringing that dream to life, and of doing all of the necessary things. And go with the flow means go with the process, this process of bringing all of these things together into bigger picture, so you have your aim straight on, so you know what you desire to manifest. And so you do this with joy and happiness and with playfulness, because if we do this with hate, then what we will manifest will have that energy within, will have that hate and that worry. It will not fully satisfy us in a way, because we will always have that fear or that hate or that those things there that will mess things up for us. Imagine if this were a full, let's see here. Imagine that I would just bring a lot of colors all together and do like a chaos here. It will be just unintelligible. It will be hard to understand what I'm trying to show you or to do. It will be a chaos. So all of those pieces need to be connected together in a meaningful way, and for you to really put the work that needs to be put, to choose to involve yourself onto the right path, to do that hard choice, to assume the consequences, to build your awareness so you can go through difficulties and to see things from a more general perspective, like a wider perspective. So because we cannot put things together from a close perspective, from a street view, we cannot see all of the pieces and how they link up. So this is why I need to let go of looking into so many details and connect the bigger stuff, the bigger pieces together, and do this by going with the flow of this process in a playful way, with joy and happiness about what you are going to manifest. So pile 6, this has been your reading. I'm gonna stop here. If you would like to support my channel, then go ahead, like, subscribe, comment and share the video on social media and with your friends. All of these things help me grow my channel. And if you would like a personal reading, go ahead and find in the description box the link to my website, to my shop. You can request a reading through the shop or through the comment form. In the description you will also find other links to connect with me and other ways to support this channel through donations. Until next time, where I hope I will see you again, all of my love to you, love and wisdom.